Welcome to the podcast. Today, we're diving into an exciting new paradigm that's making waves in the programming world, sketch programming. You may have heard of various programming languages, but Sketch takes a different approach, focusing on simplicity, readability, and expressiveness. So what is sketch programming? Well, think of it not as a specific language, but rather a meta-programming paradigm, a collection of principles and conventions. This framework allows developers to abstract away the complexities often found in traditional programming, helping them focus more on the core logic of their applications. Imagine drawing a rough sketch of your idea rather than getting bogged down in intricate details right off the bat. You might wonder, how does this really work? The essence of Sketch is all about creating a minimal, intuitive syntax that enables developers to prototype their ideas quickly. This method not only reduces cognitive overload, but also promotes clearer communication of designs. It's like being able to quickly jot down your thoughts rather than writing a complete essay. This is particularly useful for beginners who may find the complexities of traditional programming languages overwhelming. Now, if you're an experienced developer, you might appreciate how Sketch allows for quick prototyping and experimentation. It enables you to sketch out a concept before refining it into a more robust system. And for teams working on a project, it fosters consistency in coding styles, ensuring everyone is on the same page. Let's dig a little deeper. Sketch achieves its goals by using a keyword-based, declarative syntax. This means that instead of writing out verbose code, you can express your intent in a way that's almost self-documenting. The clarity of the code enhances its readability, making it easier for both the author and others who may read it later. I'd like to share an example that clearly illustrates how Sketch can streamline the coding process. Consider a simple React component that counts clicks. In Sketch, you might define this as add becomes the command to increase the count, and everything is presented in a clean, straightforward format. This then transforms into traditional React code, but with far less boilerplate. It's a bit like turning a recipe with too many steps into a quick guide. You know exactly what to do without all the fluff. And speaking of tools to implement sketch programming, there's an extension for Visual Studio Code in the works, which you can check out on GitHub. This could make your coding experience even smoother. As we wrap up our discussion on sketch programming, it's fascinating to think how this approach can change the way we write software. Simplifying coding could empower more people to dive into programming without the intimidation factor that often accompanies learning new languages. Before we end, let me leave you with a thought-provoking question. What if the future of coding involved more sketching and less strict syntax? How would that reshape our approach to software development? Thank you for tuning in to this episode. Remember, programming can and should be accessible, fun, and expressive. Until next time, keep sketching your ideas and translating them into reality.